All right, shalom, 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 Yasha Allah. Want to start off first and foremost, giving, of course, all honor and glory and praises to Abanawa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. It's all the glory and praise to the Most High God, our Father, who the world calls God, and the name is only begotten Son, who the world calls Jesus Christ. And we're going to be back with another Flaming Fire Friday through the Spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. And we're finna go into basically, you have to learn how to be quiet in this truth, man. You have to learn how to be quiet, and you have to learn how to listen. Right. You have to listen is a very important thing, man, because a lot of people, they've been taught their whole life to do not listen. They've been taught their whole life, even in school, they won't listen to the teachers. Well, you might have been good not doing that, but but they don't listen to people. But you got to listen to the Most High. Yeah, right? And especially when you got people speaking the word of the Most High. That's right. So let's get Leviticus 19 and 16. That's what we're going to start off with.
All right. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 16.
Right.
Thou shalt not go up and down as a table bearer.
Talebearer. Yeah.
Among thy people.
So to start off, right, we got to get in things that you shouldn't do before we get to the things that you should do, right? You shouldn't be going around tale-bearing with your people. So what is tale-bearing? Tattle-telling. You coming up with stories about your people and, you're doing wicked things. You should not go up and down as a tale-bearer of my people. You read?
Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
Right.
I am the Lord.
Right, so you being a servant of the Most High, you're not supposed to be sneak dissing on your brother. You're not supposed to be, sort of making up things about him. You gossiping about your brothers, and this is big for the sisters also in the truth.
That's right.
Right, because this is when you tale-bearing and things, you spreading false reports. Those are things that go into listening to the Most High, because the Most High tells you directly not to do that. Right? So you shouldn't be doing those things, right? You got a way to deal with people. And people got to understand when you come into this truth, the law ain't just eating pork, the law ain't just not eating pork, the law ain't just not eating shrimp and all the things that is so, but you got to come back and keep the things that teach you how to live in this life. Right? Because this is the law. It's just like Esau has their law. They live by it. This is the law you got to live by. Right? Give me that Sirach 19 and 10.
Come. Says Sirach chapter 19 and 17?
19 and 7.
And 7. All right, come. All right. It says, this is Sirach chapter 19, verse 7. It says, right. Rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee, and thou shalt fear never the worst.
Right, you read.
It says, whether it be to friend or foe.
Right.
It says, talk not of other men's lives.
Right. So you should not talk about other men's lives. Right. You shouldn't be gossiping about your brother. Right. You shouldn't be sitting there making up stories. You sitting there worried about what some brother gonna do or something like that with his household. Of course, you got to give them wisdom and knowledge and understanding from the scriptures and show them the way in which the Lord wants them to walk. But you're not supposed to. You gotta. It's a boundary that you gotta meet, right? That people gotta understand, right? This when you come into the truth, your brother, your sister, they ain't like your home girl or your homeboy in the world, where you just sit there and talk about people all day. You want to ride on niggas. No, you ain't doing none of that. You serving the Most High, right? Can you read?
It says, and if thou canst without offense, reveal them not.
Right. So you're supposed to be, when you have a friend, you're supposed to, even if you know things about them, you're supposed to keep that within your people. You're supposed to keep that within your group of people. Keep that within your what do you want to call it, your camp, or keep that within even getting closer between you and that person, which is more what you need to do. Right? So Khan, give me Sirach 20 and 5. Sirach 20 and 5. Why you in Sirach?
This is Sirach chapter 20, verse 5. It says, "There is one that keepeth silent
right?
and is found wise."
So this is the lesson, right? We got the very beginning, the intro to show what look, there's certain things you just don't do when you're in the truth, right? But now we're gonna get into it about listening, right? It says there is one that read that again. There's one that keepeth silence. Read it out again.
This is Sirach chapter 20, verse 5.
Right,
It says, "There is one that keepeth silent
right,
and is found wise,
right,
and another by much babbling
right.
becometh hateful."
Right. So you got when someone's talking, especially when you're dealing with the word of God, you got brothers reading the word of God. You gotta keep silence. So many times you got brothers and sisters that'll be like, I don't understand. I don't want the reason a lot of them don't understand because they're not listening. And I can't count how many times we've been on the highways and byways. We don't broke it down to someone 57,001 times, right? And they still at square one, right? Because they don't listen. You got to keep silence to be found wise. What is keeping silence? Sometimes you got to be quiet. That's what the best listeners do. They even tell you that in school, man. You can't be talking and listening at the same time, right? You got to say, okay, let me be quiet and focus 100% on what is being said, right? Because it's the Most High's word being said. Keep reading.
It says, number 6 says, "Some men holdeth his tongue because he had not to answer,
Right.
and some keepeth silent, knowing his time."
And that's another thing, man. You got a lot of brothers that want to act like they the Most High. You got a lot of brothers that can't admit when they wrong, right? You got a lot of brothers that can't admit, well, I just don't know, brother. You know, sometimes you got to say, I don't know that, right? You don't know everything, man. It's when you get prideful, you get up in your spirit, and when people come at you and ask questions, and you want to act like you the center of knowledge, that you sit there and you just give false breakdowns and false things just because you don't know, right? That's why it says a wise man will hold his tongue. My bad. Some man holdeth his tongue because he have not to answer. So some people hold their tongue because they don't know how to answer. You don't just sit around and just start saying things, man. You take heed to what you speak, right? So you're gonna be like, okay, I don't know about that, brother, right? Let's get in. We can dig deeper in that and find it out, right? You don't sit there and just get a brother. Well, I think that's talking about the the 43. They just gonna come up with stuff, man. Coming up with numbers, making up things, winking it. You don't wink it with the Most High's word, right? Keep read.
It says, number 7 says, "A wise man will hold his tongue till he sees an opportunity."
So a wise man. This is important, very important point, right? A wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity. So the scriptures say everything be done decently in order, right? And that you don't speak over other men. When men talk, you say, okay, if you be a humble brother, you be like, okay, brother, go ahead and say what you got to say. My bad, right? That's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you holding your tongue when need be, man, right? So wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity, man. Yahushua wasn't always saying things. He would wait, meditate on it, and say things. Like brought the woman that was had adultery caught in the very act, right? He sat around and he was drawing in the sand. He was thinking, right? You don't just say you gotta meditate before you say things, man. And that was Yahushua. And you brothers, you sit there and say you better than Yahushua, man. You got something coming to you, man. Really got a serious judgment coming to you, right? So that's it on that, I think. Actually, get verse 8.
It keeps going. It says, "But a babbler and a fool will regard no time."
Yeah, but a babbler and a fool will not regard time, man. A babbler here going to his next conversation, going to the next conversation. Then when you tell him, you try to bring him back to the first thing he was talking about, he be like, oh, man, I don't know about that, man. And you just talked about it to him, man. You just wasted a whole hour, right? And he been babbling off, and you ask him, well, what's your nationality? Black man. You know what I'm saying? You sort of back at square one, right? Because you have a lot of our people that have been taught not to listen, and they don't respect the words of the Most High, right? Keep reading up.
Number 8, it says, It says, "He that useth many words shall be honored."
Abhorred.
Sorry, abhorred,
Right. So
and
if you use many words, you're gonna be hated. Right?
Right.
You got a lot of people that try to sound deep. They use many words, using 1,000 words that say Deuteronomy 28. They look. A lot of people think they sort of try to bring this the world into the truth, right? They think that if they use 1,000 words, that makes them sound wise. No, you gotta say things in which a way for your people to understand. Also, man,
Right.
some of them might not have went to got a higher level education as you. Some might not. You might not have a higher education yourself, right? They might not have had the understanding of some of these words. So you got to make wise things sound simple to the people. That's the way Yahushua did it, man. That's what you got to do, right? But he made them simple to the people that had ears to hear, right? Keep reading.
it says, "He that taketh to himself uttereth
Authority,
authority therein shall be hated."
right? So you don't want to be that brother that's always talking and never listening, right? You gotta give what you get, right? So you gotta understand that you gotta sit back and meditate when people talking, man. How you gonna ever learn if you think you the top dude and you think you always authority and everyone under you? You got a lot of men in Israel like that, man. Well, man, if you ain't none of us, man, you ain't none of the Lord. Anything y'all say is contrary to what we learn, man. Y'all can go ahead and get out of here, man. That's off, right? Because what were the people doing with Yahushua? They was asking questions. Well, the Yahushua said, "Well, I'm not gonna answer it, but you can get out of here asking me this question." No, he answered the question with wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and that's the way you should do. Give me while you're in there, give me verse 1.
Oh, verse 1.
Yeah. 20 and 1.
Sirach chapter 20, verse 1.
Right.
Says, "There is a reproof that is not a complaint."
Comely.
Comely.
So there's a reproof that isn't beautiful, right? Sometimes when people get reproved on things like this, it sort of hit them to the core because they've been used to talking over people their whole life. They've been used to saying what they want to say immediately when they get the thought up into their head, right? You have to. It's a reproof that isn't comely, right? It's not beautiful. You gotta, like the brother just talking about. You gotta look at the man in the mirror. We was just talking about that, right? So you gotta look at the man in the mirror and accept the reproofs of what you're doing, man. Every time a brother say you or a sister say you, oh well, brother, you going off a little bit on this one, right? You can't just be like, yeah, I'm the master. No, man, that's off, right? Keep read.
It says, "And again, some man holdeth his tongue."
Right.
And it says, "And he is wise."
Right. So some men hold their tongue, and they're wise. So it's a wise thing to hold your tongue, man. Right. It's a wise thing to look. If a brother telling you, well, look, you ain't gotta always have that worldly spirit in the truth, man. You're supposed to be getting rid of that old man. So a brother come up to you, say, "Well, brother, you need to work on this a little bit, brother. I wish you, sort of talk, sort of listen a little bit better sometimes, right? It's a certain way you can come at your brother's side like that, right? Or your wife. Sometimes when when I'm speaking, I want you to focus more on what I'm saying and not on what you want to bring out after I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is what you got to talk about, right? So it's a reproof that's not comely. And again, some man holdeth his tongue and is found wise, right? So some people gonna hate that, man. Some people gonna be like, "Man, I'm not changing myself." Well, you're not in the truth, man. You ain't changing yourself by now. You can think all day. You can read as many chapters as you want to. If you're not changing, if you're not constantly morphing into that perfect day, you're not in the truth, man. Wow. You in a lie. That's what you in, right? Because you want everything to conform to you, right? Give me Sirach 21 and 25. Actually, you give me Sirach 28 and 12, because he already right in there next to it. Give me Sirach 21 and 25, y'all.
Okay, come. This is Sirach chapter 21, verse 25.
Right.
It says, "The lips of a talkers will be talking such things."
Read that again.
The lips of talkers will be talking. Telling such things as
pertain.
Huh?
pertain,
or pertaining not unto them,
right? So
but
the
the
talkers will be telling much things as pertain not unto them, man. You got people just talking about things, man. Right? They're not talking about. They just basically saying vanity, man. They talking about other people. They getting in other people's business. They causing strife. You know, you want to be someone that's wise, right? Can you read?
it says, but the words of such as having understanding
But the words
are,
of have understanding. Can you read?
it says, are weight in the balance.
Oh, I love the scripture, right? So when you have understanding, you weigh your words in the balance. You don't just come out and dispute things, man. Right? Sometimes I see this a lot in Israel. It'd be a brother or a sister trying to sincerely learn, but yet you go back to that hostility instead of bringing them in and teaching them and sincerely coming to them and trying to teach them and build them up, man. You ain't always got to be tearing people down sometimes, man. It's a wise man that sits back, and you might have that thought in your head, well, let me tell the sister she wicked. But a wise man gonna sit back, he gonna meditate for a second. Well, maybe I should go into the sister. This is what she thinks. Let me go into it and break it down, right? You ain't gotta always go hard. That's just the high level when you get it, when you're in the spirit, man.
Right.
Should be just, always, in that spirit of yelling and, criticizing, criticizing, right word, criticizing your brother and sister when they going off, because you used to be going off, man.
Right.
So you got to sort of deal with it. You got to have, the scripture said, if you don't have mercy on your brother that's like yourself, how do you expect to have mercy from the Most High? Right? You got to have mercy on them sometimes, man.
Gotta remember.
Right.
You ain't always been
Yeah.
where you at.
Right. You ain't always been where you at. Right. And a wise man would meditate that and weigh the balance and say, well, they might have in their head that thought, well, let me get on this sister. This sister saying some wicked stuff. But then a wise man might be like, well, she said something wicked, but let me explain to her how that's wicked. Let me break this down for her. Let me go to this scripture. And you'll be surprised how many more souls you win when you act like that. Right? If it be of the Lord's will.
Right.
Because you ain't gotta always, it's like I said, it's a time for everything. Sometimes you gotta get on Z.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta get on E. But it's a time for everything. You don't want to be them brothers and sisters. Every single video they got, they always, man, y'all gonna be destroyed, man.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't gonna, no, man, you don't want to be like that. You want to be using wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in all your ways and all your goings, and weighing your words in the balance, right? Because I promise you, if you don't weigh your words in the balance, you're gonna say something that's off, and you're gonna be caught out there. You like, damn, I said that, I was off, because you thinking too much and not meditating.
That's right.
on you ready to speak. As soon as something hots on your brain, it's like a cooking an egg. As soon as it come on there, you want to get it out.
You got to do everything in love, man.
Right.
Do everything in love and to balance out. Right.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can run a person away.
That's right. You really can.
Yeah.
Right, man. Get verse 26.
All right, verse 26.
Actually, did you finish that? Oh yeah, you did. Verse 26. I like it.
All right, verse 26, it says, the heart of fools is in their mouth.
Right, so the heart of fools is in their mouth. So fools, their mind is in their mouth. I love the scripture. You don't want to be one of those people that have their mind in their mouth. As soon as they think something, they spew it out of their mouth, right? Because it says in the heart of fools is in their mouth, right? Can you read?
It says, but the mouth of the wise is in the heart.
I love the scripture. So the mouth of the people with wisdom is in their mind, right? Before they say something, they're going to think and meditate on it before they say it, right? They're not just going to say, oh, as soon as something pop up in their head, they ain't going to say it. They're going to say, well, is that right? Before I say this to the brother and sister,
Right.
Let me think about this. Okay, that's it. That's the way a wise man moves, man, right? You don't just sit there and spew things, man. So Khan, that's it on that. Get that precept. If you got Sirach 28 and 12, right?
Yeah. Sirach 28.
Right.
Sirach 28 and 12.
Right.
If thou blows the spark, it shall burn.
Right.
If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched.
Right.
And both these come out of their mouth.
Right. So look, your mouth ain't nothing you just play around with, man.
Exactly.
It's a very powerful thing, right? Words have power behind them. If you don't understand that, oh man, you ain't understood nothing of this truth, man. Because you should know how much word power the Most High's word has, right? The word got power behind them, man. Right? So you want to make sure that you saying the right things, man. Right? And that you going accordingly to you using wisdom when you say things, man. You don't want to be one of the brothers that's just spewing out things, right?
Because the Paul said you got to be led by the Spirit.
Right. Yeah, and even that's a narrow road for some people, because some people think the Spirit is whatever they want to do, right? When the Spirit is constricted by the word of the Most High, that's what the Spirit is literally. The scriptures even say in Romans 7, the law of the Lord. The Spirit is when you moving in the Spirit of the Most High, not in the spirit of yourself, because some people get confused what the Spirit is, right? You're going to have some people that say they in the Spirit, and they in the Spirit, and they doing whatever they want to do. Well, the Spirit got me smoking weed. The Spirit, the Spirit got me getting drunk, man. The Spirit got me well, I think the Spirit got me. I just want to jump out this window. You tripping, right? So you gotta go by what the Lord. That's how you know you're moving off that true spirit, right? And how do you go off that true spirit? By listening to this word. How do you listen to the word? We're showing you how to listen, right? Give me
13.
It's more than
yeah.
Bring it up.
Cursed be the whisper and double-tongued it,
right?
For such have destroyed many that were at peace.
So you got a lot of people. We teach you how to listen, but you got to teach people how to talk too, man. Got people that's been whispering and talking behind brothers' back. If you don't say nothing to another brother about a brother that you want to say to their face, right? So it says, curse the whisper and the double tongue, for such have destroyed many that were at peace. You got brothers that just say things. Oh man, we were just talking about, you sure you okay with that, brother? People don't even around you. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll try to destroy the peace that brothers have within each other, man. Right? There's some more on that.
Yeah, some more on that. Let's get that verse 14. A backbiter.
A backbiting.
Yeah, a backbiting tongue has
disquieted
many and driven them from nation to nation.
Right?
Strong cities had it put it down.
Pulled down. Read that again.
And strong cities had it pulled down.
Right. So a backbiting tongue, you talking about people's back. You know, you that brother that's always saying something. It don't pull down many cities. It don't pull down strong cities.
Many,
right?
Man.
Can you read?
And overthrown the house of great men.
And it's overthrowing the houses of great renowned men. Right? Because it's a powerful thing. Look, your words have power.
Sure do.
Right? Can you read?
Verse 15. Backbiting tongue has cast out virtuous women.
Right?
And what's that?
Deprived
them of their labors.
Right. So a backbiting tongue have cast out virtuous women, man. Right? So a tongue that's talking bad, a tongue that's talking behind brothers' back and you backbiting. Backbiting is what you got gossiping, man. That's what backbiting is. You know, you always gossiping. This brother wicked as hell. This brother evil. I don't know why we got him in. He just ain't gonna do. That's gossiping, right? And that's wicked, man. Right? And you really don't have to love your brother when you moving like that. Keep reading.
Verse 16. Sirach chapter 28, verse 16.
Right?
Whosoever hearken unto it shall never find rest.
Right?
And never dwell quietly.
Right. So when you in the spirit, you have people around you, people in the world, they're gonna be backbiting about you. You already know that being in this truth, right? You already know majority of people, if they have been in this truth for a bit, people gonna be talking bad. Why she doing the commandments? Why they drink? Why they got them fringes on their garments? Like, what are they doing? Right? Why they always reading out that Bible? You gonna have people backbiting you, but the scriptures say, "Whoso hearkeneth unto it shall never find rest and never dwell quietly." So you can't always be worried about what other people are saying about you.
That's right.
That's the key thing. These scriptures have lesson for your life, right? That's why it's called the laws, man. These things are laws for your life, right? And it says, if you hearken unto it, you ain't gonna never find rest, man. You always gonna be worried about, oh, I gotta do this for them. They gonna think I'm like this. I gotta change this for them. They gonna think I'm doing this.
Mm.
You gonna be going mad. You ain't gonna never find rest, right? And it's in the spirit that this was coming up because I was just talking about this, right? Verse 17. I'm gonna get 17 too. Right. So, like I said, I was just talking about this to my rib, to my woman, right? You can't always make people happy. You can't make everyone happy.
Yeah.
You just can't do it. And women, they always have that spirit where they try to, oh, that is them. I don't know them forever. And they try to make everyone happy. You gotta choose, you gotta make the Most High happy first.
That's right.
Right? That's the bottom line. You gotta make the Most High happy first. If anyone getting in the way of that, you gotta cast them down the list, man.
That's right.
Right? That's what you gotta understand. You and us as men and a lot of women need to examine it, because I see it more of a problem for women, because women, they have always been trying to make everyone happy. A lot of people that got that spirit on them, or a lot of good sisters, they think, well, I gotta do this. I should do this. Well, maybe I should do this. You cannot make everyone happy. You should know that by your time in this truth. Right? You should know that everyone ain't gonna get down with you. The Lord said He separated you, man. When in Leviticus
I found that out today, not cutting y'all off, but I found that out yesterday, man. I supposed to be meeting there with some of my cousins.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna bring that word out to them, you know.
Yeah.
In time like this, guess what they called me?
What?
None. They didn't want to hear that thing, man.
Right.
Silent appointment. I'm gonna call you back.
Yeah.
They didn't want it, man.
Exactly.
So I said, you know, I ain't gonna call them.
Exactly. I got a precept real quick, and then we're gonna finish that.
Yeah. Go deep.
18 too. This Leviticus 20 and 26, and it says, "And ye shall be holy unto me, for I the Lord am holy, and have severed you." You know how aggressive is a sever? I mean, the Lord cut you and ripped you out, right? He said He severed you from other people that you should be mine, right? So you got to understand the Most High don't sever you, and you got to focus solely on the Most High. You can't just be trying to make everyone happy, right? Because the Most High don't sever you out of the rest of these people in the world. And now He said you got to be mine, right? You can't be your uncle, can't be your cousin, you can't be your mothers or your fathers or your day them. You can't do that. You got to be the Most High. That's fine. That's what you got to understand. So Khan, get that end of that.
Man, that was deep.
Oh, praises. Bring that up.
All right, Sirach 28, verse 17.
Right.
The stroke of the whip maketh marks in the flesh.
Right. So the stroke of a whip maketh marks in the flesh. Right? Can you read?
But the stroke of the tongue.
But the what?
But the stroke of the tongue.
But the stroke of the tongue, can you read?
Breaketh the bones.
Right. So a tongue is more powerful than you getting whipped. Yeah. Right? A tongue can do serious, big brothers and sisters in the world, man. Right? How many brothers don't die off of talking junk? How many brothers don't die? You ain't gonna do nothing to me. You ain't gonna. How many brothers have died off that? Plenty of brothers. The list is so long, right?
Very long.
You gotta understand how powerful your tongue is. You say something about somebody, even in the world, you gotta understand this truth. You gotta refine yourself, man. Right. Even in the world, you say something wrong about somebody, they gonna sort of pull up at your door, knock you, man. Well, what you said about me?
Yeah,
you never know what they got. They might have a gun. They might shoot you.
We experienced that one day.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right. So you gotta also use your wisdom that you acquire from looking at the world, not being in the world, right, but looking at the world. You gotta use that wisdom along with this truth. Right.
Verse 18.
Yeah, Frank, bring that up.
Verse 18. Many have fallen by the edge of the sword.
Many people have fallen by getting slayed, killed with a sword. Can you read?
But not so many as have fallen by the tongue.
So many more people have died by what people said, right? So you got to understand how powerful your words is in this thing. That's why you should think before you say things, right? That's why you should meditate upon these words, right? You don't just say your own thing in this thing, man.
I got a precept.
Yeah, bring it out.
This is Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21.
Right.
It says death and life are in the power of the tongue.
So
and
death and life is in the power of the tongue. Right? And let's even cut that off and let's lose that spiritually. You as teaching this word to the Most High, teaching this word of the Most High to His people, you got the power of death and life in your tongue, right? You sitting there giving brothers death, you ain't really bringing them up with the wisdom and the knowledge of the Most High. Look, you got the power. That may be their only chance they hear the truth, right? They might never hear the truth again. Of course, it's all of the Lord. Of course, the Lord ordained it to be that way, but they might never hear the truth again, right? Because you chose to just belittle them, man, instead of bringing them up and sincerely work with them and reach a conclusion. And I'm telling you, that works a lot better a lot of times, man.
Yeah.
Right?
They want to win.
Because you got the power, exactly. You got a power of death and life in your tongue.
That's right.
Right? Why you think these pastors, they've been preaching death for forever, and you see everyone dead, right? Everyone's spiritually dead. They don't know who they are. They don't know where they're going, and they don't know where they're coming. They don't know anything, right? You ask them their nationality, they say they black, right? That's because these people have been getting fed death. Though they're reading the book of life, right? Though they're reading these words, this knowledge and this understanding, this wisdom, they pick and choose, and they don't have the true understanding of it, man. So they feeding death out of these words of life, right? And that's what's happening with these pastors. That's what's happening with these people in this world. That's why you see them a damn virus coming. They don't show up, right? I just did a video on Crept Your Dollar, right? About him, right? So these people are there to try to take your money and to deceive you, man, right? So you got to understand how powerful your word is, right? Imagine how much evil he spread. How much people he told you ain't got to keep those commandments. How many people he told, well, you ain't really got to listen to that. Listen to me, right? How many people he told, well, if you can't get it, get out of here. You got to imagine these brothers have been spreading death, right? So of course, we know that the words of your mouth can cause you to be put to death, right? It cause you to have life. You can escape situations. How many of our ancestors escaped situations by using wisdom, right? By using wisdom in their word. When Paul was delivered before the Romans, he could have said, well, I'm an Israelite. To hell with y'all. Right. And he would have been put to death. But he said, I am a Roman, right? Because he used wisdom in order to continue spreading that word to his people. Or he would have been killed right there. They would have killed him, right? But he said, are you going to kill a Roman citizen, right? He used wisdom to get around it. That's the same way you got to be, even in this truth, man.
That's right.
Right? Is some more on that? Finish that out.
God, it says, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
Right. So, look, you can eat. You gonna eat the fruit of this word, right? You gotta understand that, man. Right. So your words they have the power of death and life, right? So you gotta love the word of the Most High, right? And you gotta eat the good fruit of that. That's what you gotta do, right? And how you gonna eat the fruit if you never even purchased it? You never even got it out. You so worried about you and what you gotta say that you missing out on this fruit. You gotta listen to the Most High, man. What you got? All right, 32:7 is what I want. All right, 32:7 and good precept. Give me Proverbs 13:3.
32 and verse 7.
All right.
Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet.
Hold on one second. So like that's it, but read it again from the top. So
speak, young man, if there be need of thee.
Right. So speak if you need to speak. Right. Sometimes it's time for you to be quiet. And I love my people so much, but it's a hard thing for our people to just be quiet sometimes. You'd be surprised how many of our people would learn if they would just be quiet and listen to what the good words, the good news that the Lord has for them, man. And don't listen. They'll be quiet for their men. They'll be quiet for a pastor. They'll be quiet for the people of the world. Hey, if Cardi B or any of the people in this world, these artists, them Will Smith or one of these renowned people came around, they'd be quiet for them. What he got to say, right? But when it comes to the Lord, a lot of our people, they speak over the words of the Lord, right? They don't got time to hear what the Lord got to say. I don't heard people flat out say, well, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I don't care. I ain't gonna listen to what the Lord says, right? They ain't the God I serve, right? And they in for a big surprise, a huge surprise, right? Keep reading out.
And yet, what's that word?
when thou
And
yet scarcely,
scarcely.
right? When thou art
And
twice.
yes, scarcely when they are twice asked it.
Right. So don't talk unless you've spoken to. Right? You learn that in the streets, right? You learn that in the world. Don't speak unless you've spoken to, man. Right? You gotta, even when you ask twice, you gotta be like, okay, now I'm gonna speak. Right?
Let's go. I like that.
And you gotta be respectful when you speak, right? Because you don't give respect to your brother. How do you expect respect from him? Right?
Verse 8. Let their speak be short,
right?
And comprehending
much
in few words.
So you want to comprehend much in as few words as possible, right? Like we were just saying, you don't want to be one of those people writing 1,000-word essay to your people. Jay gonna get bored, right? Jay gonna be like, oh man, what man? What you said? You want to sit there and you want to comprehend much things into a few words, right? He read,
be as one that knoweth,
right,
and yet holdeth his tongue.
Right. So you gotta be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue, right? That's wisdom, right? It's a time for you to speak. You try going to your job, and every time you see somebody eating pork, you go up to them. You eat pork, you're gonna be destroyed. You're gonna lose your job. You're gonna lose your job the first day, right? You go out there to your boss and talk about, well, I'm telling you right now, you eat salt, you're gonna be destroyed. He gonna be like, what the heck? He gonna kick you out, man. You know you're gonna try to come back tomorrow with your card, and it ain't gonna work, man. It's the red light gonna show up. Like, what happened? They gonna be like, we got rid of you. You thought I was cool with you? What you said yesterday, right? So you gotta yeah, exactly. You gotta be as one that knoweth and yet hold this tongue. You ain't gotta always say things. You can't look. Sometimes when you out in the world, you can't. Every person you see, you can't break down the scriptures to them, man. You ain't get out the building. It's gonna be 9:30, and you and you gonna be sitting there going to every person you know trying to break down the scriptures. Now the scriptures do say to warn the wicked of their wicked ways, but they don't mean that you sit around trying to get every single person in the Anderson Mall, get every single person in the Atlanta Mall, right? You going out, brother. You gotta learn this truth, brother. You gotta learn this truth, brother. Look, you gonna be in there all day, right?
Be led by the Spirit.
Exactly. You gotta be led by the Spirit, right? And then you gotta understand that you can't. You gotta understand when to talk and when not to talk. That's part of being in this truth, right? Some brothers, when they out there, they don't even say it to anything to anybody on the truth, except when they on the videos, except when they on out there at camp. Some people just don't waste their time with wicked people. Now, I'm one of those brothers that show mercy on my people. I try to give them the word sometimes, but I can't get to everybody, right? The Lord gonna set up whoever the Lord want to get it, gonna get it anyway, right? Keep reading.
Verse 9. It's all right. Verse 32, verse 9.
Right.
If there be among great men,
right,
make not thyself equal with them.
And this is a key point too, man. Brothers always want to be the top dude. They hang around the top dudes and think they're gonna be the top dude. You don't want to when you be around great brothers, right? You ain't gotta be equal with them, man. You're supposed to humble yourself. The scriptures say that even the leader gonna humble himself down to you. You gonna humble yourself down to him. It's gonna work perfectly together because y'all both humbling yourself one to another. That's the way it's supposed to work, right? But when you go and you say, "This nigga, I'm gonna be the top dog. I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm
gonna take this whole congregation. It's gonna be mine." Then look, brother, you know the Lord ain't gonna be dealing with such men as that, because the Lord says the meek shall inherit the earth. The Lord dealing with the people that's meek in the spirit, that's not sitting around contemplating. We just had a fast, brothers fasting for taking over camps. Brothers sitting back, not eating so they can pull up on brothers. We gonna get them brothers next time. We gonna break it down to them next time. Man. You know, that's all, man. That's wicked as hell, right? Keep reading.
And when ancient men are in place,
right,
use not many words,
right? Because you gotta be quiet sometimes. especially when you got men of renown. A lot of people don't even know who these men are back on the earth. They don't know how great these men are that's talking and speaking these words. When you be around them, be one that has wisdom, right? You gonna have some. Imagine you in the kingdom and you got David and Yahushua. You sitting there, man. What you back there feeling nigga gossiping, laughing, man? You come on now, man. You gotta when you're around great men, you gotta use understanding and wisdom because when they see that, that's when they know that you wise.
That's
right? They see you one of the brothers that always want to talk. You see what they see you one of the brothers that's always not using wisdom, just saying things that come up to their head. You might think that brothers don't mark that in their mind, but they do, right? They take note of that, right? So Khan, give me Proverbs 13:3 out.
Okay. This is Proverbs chapter 13, verse 3. Says, he that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life. But
read that again.
Whoa. He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life.
So if you keep in your mouth, you keep your life, man. Sometimes if you say the wrong thing, your life is over, right? Some situations you sit around and say, you sort of go around you in a room and you open up and there's a bunch of Ku Klux Klan members with guns and you sort of tell them y'all gonna be put to death. It ain't looking too good for you, man. Right? They might get you, right? So you gotta use wisdom, man. You don't sit around and just because in your words, you got your life on the line, man. You know, some brothers they talk too much and they in jail now because they talk too much. They couldn't shut up. They got around the police singing, telling the song. Oh, well, we went to the back of the they go sing a song about the whole crime they committed, right? And they in jail to this very day because they couldn't shut up. They couldn't be quiet, right? Because in your tongue hold your life, man. You say the wrong thing to the wrong man, and it might be the end of your life, right? Keep reading.
It says, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction.
So you one of them brothers is always talking, like we said, as soon as something comes up in your mind, you're not ever being quiet and listening to situations, listening and feeling the vibration in the room. If you're not one of them brothers that can understand like that, you ain't gonna make it long, man. Right? You're gonna say something to the wrong person, right? You're gonna say something in a time where you should have been quiet, right? You always got your mouth open. Eventually something wrong gonna slip out. This is the way it is, right? That's it on that, ain't not.
Come.
Give me 29 Proverbs 29:11. Give me Proverbs 11:2.
Proverbs chapter 29, verse 11. It says, a fool uttereth all his mind,
right?
But a wise man keepeth in till afterward.
Right. So a fool uttereth all his mind, right? You gonna let everyone know exactly what you thinking, right? But a wise man, he gonna keep it in. He might say it to a brother afterwards. He might soak it all up and then say things when it's time to speak, right? But a fool, he gonna be telling all his plans. He gonna be telling what he gonna do, where he gonna go, when he gonna be there, right? And look, that's a fool. A fool moves like that, right? If you a general, you ain't gonna let everyone know what you gonna do, right? So you got a lot of people like that, right? They just talk and talk and talk. They on social media, all they do is talk and talk and talk. You know where they live. They know how many kids they got. You know how to get in their back door. You know how to get in there. You know all these. You know how big their yard is because they don't been broadcasting everything to you and talking about it while they doing it, right? That's it on that. Give me the 11:2.
Proverbs chapter 11 verse 2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame.
Right.
But with the lowly is wisdom.
Right. So if you lowly, you have wisdom. Right. So you want to be lowly and meek along with this. And part of being meek and lowly is listening. Right. The powerful brother gonna be the first one. I don't understand that. That's a powerful brother. Right. You want to be one of the brothers. Well, okay, brother, I see what you're saying. You soak up everything they say. You take notes. You understood what they said, but then you ask them that question. Well, what about this, brother? Why does this happen like this? Or can you explain that to me, brother? Or can't you? That's how you move, right? Keep reading.
The encouragement of the upright.
Actually, that's it on
Yeah,
this.
that's
Like,
what I was thinking.
all right, kind of. Give me 17 and 27. Proverbs 17 and 27.
Proverbs chapter 17, verse 27.
And Proverbs give me Proverbs 15 and 1.
Proverbs 17, verse 27. He that has knowledge spare his words.
So if you got true knowledge, you're gonna spare your words. What does spare mean? Right? You're gonna sort of chill out sometimes and just listen. You're gonna spare your words because a lot of people's questions get answered while you're listening. Right? A lot of people, they can't wait. They got ants in their pants. What they used to call it in school. I got something to say. No, you gotta wait sometimes, and you will get your answer in due time. Right? Then, if you don't get your answer in due time, then you come and say, "Well, okay, brother, I listened to everything you said. I understood parts of it, but this right here, I don't understand this." Then that's when you come with that, right? After you don't listen and observe, right? Keep reading.
And a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit.
Right. So a man of understanding is gonna have that excellent spirit. The excellent spirit, you're gonna sit back and you're gonna meditate, right? An excellent spirit, they're not gonna rush to conclusions. An excellent spirit, they ain't gonna be doing things behind brothers' backs, talking behind brothers' back. They're gonna be doing things according to the law, right? And that's the way you want to make sure you move.
Going on there. Verse 28. Even a fool, when he holds his peace.
Even a fool, when he holds his peace, can read,
is counted wise.
Even a dang fool, right? He'd be crazy as all hell, saying all type of stuff. But even if he can hold his peace, he's found wise, right? So you got a lot of brothers that got a lot of knowledge, wisdom, but they not found wise because they don't even hold their peace. A fool is more wise than them because they know how to be quiet sometimes and listen, right? That's a powerful thing, man, to understand, right? That's what I mean.
And he that shutteth his lips is esteemed as a man of understanding.
Right, and if you shut your lips, you are esteemed as a man of understanding because you're meditating in your mind before you speak. You're saying, well, if I say this, this might happen. If I bring it out this way, this might happen. But if I bring it out this way, this is going to be the best way for all the people that's here listening. That's how a person can use it, right? Because there's many ways you can say things, right? You could be fierce sometimes, right? Or you could be a little light. It's a time for everything, like Ecclesiastes says, right? There's a time for going hard. It's a time for being loose. It's a time for tightening up, and it's a time for loosening up, right? So that's all that ain't it?
Yeah.
Give me that Proverbs 15 and 1 up.
Okay. This is Proverbs chapter 15, verse 1.
Right.
It says, "A soft answer turneth away wrath."
Right. So, like I was just saying, sometimes you gotta have a soft answer, right? So a soft answer turneth away wrath sometimes. Well, brother, this is how it goes. Brother, if you break this down, this is what we're getting this from. Sometimes you yell at the wrong brother. Man, what the hell you do? He might pull out something on you, man. Especially Jake, man. You should know your people well enough that sometimes you gotta choose the right brothers to sort of do that with, man. Right? You can't always. Sometimes you gotta give a soft answer, because if you give that out to that brother, he gonna come back with it. Right? You give out that roughness, he gonna give back that roughness, man. And then you got a brother that ain't listening to nothing you saying. He thinks you disrespected him, so he ain't gonna listen to nothing you got going on. Right? The whole thing you saying is going right past him because he feel like you don't play them. Right? You know how Jake is, man. You ain't playing me, talking to me like that. Right? You know how Jake is, man. Right? So you gotta sometimes a soft answer turneth away wrath. Keep reading.
It says, "But grievous words stir up anger.
So when you use them grievous words, I see a lot of brothers, and the truth sometimes, like I say, it's a time for everything. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes we have to get on brothers, right? But some brothers, the Lord ain't dealing with you. Niggas gonna be put to death. Y'all ain't got no chance, and then the Lord, I can't wait till the Lord kill you. What you think a brother gonna do if you sitting there saying that to him, man? That's why it says grievous words stir up anger, especially with Jake. Jake will be like, who you talking to like that, man? You kill me then. You know how Jake is, man. Sometimes you gotta come at him a little differently, man. And that's what people that's been in this thing and using understanding and really understanding this word is gonna do. Sometimes they're gonna say, okay, brother, well, this is why we say this. This is why we broke this down like this. This is why this understand this. You ain't always gotta be, biting the brother neck, man. Right? Keep read.
It says, let's see. Oh, it says, but the mouth of a fool.
Start at the top. You didn't read the top. Verse 2.
Verse 2. Yeah. It says, the tongue of the wise useth knowledge upright.
Right.
But the mouth of fools pours out foolishness.
Right. So fools pour out foolishness, man. Right? They saying foolish things. And if you got a wise word, we're gonna bring out the scripture a little bit, and you don't use it at the right time, if you don't say it the right way, even your wise words can be counted as foolishness, right? Proverbs 22 and 17.
Words.
And give me James 3 and 6.
Verse 17. Bow down their ear and hear the words of the wise,
right?
And apply their heart unto my knowledge.
You gotta bow down your ear and apply the words of the Most High, the words of the wise, these prophets, right? You gotta apply your mind to it, right? Just like we're speaking about this, you gotta apply your mind to how you speak, right? Keep read.
Verse 18, for it is a pleasant thing if they'll keep them.
Right.
Within,
go ahead, finish that. My bad, Salah.
If they'll keep them within thee.
Right.
There shall withal be fitted in their lips.
Right. So it's a good thing, a pleasant thing when you learn how to use wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in the right way, man. When you learn how to decipher certain situations, when you learn how to talk in certain situations, man. That's what comes when you're in it and you understanding how powerful your words are. So Khan, give me that precept you're holding up. That how you hold it from?
Is that James
3 and 6?
3 and 6. All right, this is James chapter 3, verse 6. It says, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity.
Right, so the tongue's a fire, right? A world of iniquity. Right, so you have plenty of people in this thing that they say wicked things, right? People, your words are so powerful, man. Right? Keep reading.
It says, so is the tongue among our members.
Right.
That defileth the whole body.
Right, because your tongue is a powerful scripture. Your tongue can defile your whole body. Some of the things you say can defile your whole temple. Right? You're saying blasphemy against the Lord. You're saying certain things you ought not. You being that wicked man, right? You gotta watch what you say in this truth, man. So Khan, it's morning, ain't it?
Khan, it says, and setteth on fire the course of nature.
Right.
And it says, and it is set on fire of hell.
Right. That's it, man.
Khan.
So your tongue ain't nothing to play with, man. Right? Your tongue gets you put to death, man. Right? Your tongue is something serious that you can't play around with, man. Get that precept out. You was on. Give me
I got one.
Yeah.
Proverbs 18, verse 6. A fool lips enter into contentation, and his mouth calleth for scruples.
Right. That's a good precept, man. You sit around, keep talking. A lot of brothers wondering why they get in the fights with some brothers, man. Because sometimes you gotta, of course, brother come up disrespectful, you gotta meet him with something, man. You know, you gotta sort of have a different energy with him. But brothers, a lot of brothers I see increase in a rage by the way you saying the words to them, right? So you want to make sure that you're doing your best, your ability as a servant of the Most High, and that you learn it's an art to teach your people.
That's right.
Right? It ain't as simple as just getting the Bible and going out there, getting your head wrapped, getting your friends on, and going out there teaching the people. It's more than that, right? It's a certain way you got to come at your people, right? Certain brothers, if you come at wrong, they don't kill people. Brothers in the world deep, and they don't care. They waiting on you to say something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You got to use wisdom, all right? And you got to understand when to say certain words and when not to say certain words. Now, don't let nobody constrain the words of the Most High now. Right. You bring out the words of the Most High, but how you say it, you can see has a huge difference in how it will be accepted.
Right. Verse 7.
Come on.
A fool's mouth is his destruction.
Right.
And his lips are the snares of his soul.
Right. So a lot of brothers, they put themselves in traps by their own words, by the things that they say, right? You don't want to be one of those brothers, man. You want to use wisdom. You got to get to this. Of course, is a first layer. You got to get to this other layer of the truth, right? Where you dealing more with wisdom, right? And knowledge and understanding. You understand how to speak to your people. Give me Ecclesiastes 5:1. Pardon, Ecclesiastes. And give me James 1:19. Yeah, now.
You said 5:1?
Ecclesiastes 5:1, yeah.
Okay. All right. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1.
James 1:19.
Oh, James.
No, you good. Go ahead. No, he was just trying to hit the scripture. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1.
Right.
It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yahweh.
Right. When you see a lot of brothers speaking the word of the Most High, you as someone that's listening, you got to keep your foot. Just keep your foot. Make sure that you're moving in the right spirit, right? Making sure that you're being very careful when you're around people that have understanding, right? Can you read?
It says, and be more ready to hear.
You got to be more ready to hear with the words that are being said to you. A lot of brothers don't even know they're being deceived because they don't listen. They sitting there believing in the man. They sit there think they got the man is going to be under Yahushua, right? But they don't listen to nothing he's saying. He's been deceiving the hell out of all y'all, right? Because you don't listen, right? Can you read?
It says, then to give the sacrifices of fools, for they consider not that they do evil.
That's the problem with our people. They don't consider that they do evil when they're around brothers and sisters. When they're around brothers with knowledge and understanding, they teach them the word. They don't understand that they do evil when they just go, right? They don't understand they go. That's why they got to keep their foot, right? When you in this truth, you got to learn to keep your foot when you're around men of wisdom. You got to say, well, let's listen to what the brother got to say. Well, I'm not just going to sit around and be rash at my mouth because I think something differently, right? Keep read.
It says, be not rash with thy mouth.
Right.
And it says, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before Yahweh. Right, because you got to understand that these angels are around you, right? And they take a note of what you say to certain men. You don't know who these men are back on the earth, and you sitting there saying and cursing them out and tell them they wicked as hell. That's what you said. The scripture says, and let not thy heart be hasty. Your heart is your mind. Not let your mind be hasty, not speaking without thinking, right? To utter anything before God, right? Can you read? To utter anything before God. Right. Says, for God is in heaven. Right. And thou upon the earth. Right. Therefore, let thine words be few. Right. So the Most High is in heaven, and you're upon this earth. Right. So let your words be few. Right. You don't when you learn and you want to be one of those wise people. Like you said, even in the world, the best person in a class,
the one that was paying attention, he wasn't always raising his hand. He'd be sitting around doing this, going in, taking notes, flying all the way through, right? He's in his own checking up, making sure, right? That's the way you gotta be when you hear the Most High's word. So Khan, bring it out.
James chapter 5, verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear.
Be swift to hear. You should be quick to hear, not quick to talk, but swift to hear. Can you read?
And slow to speak.
And slow to speak. That means before you should be slow. Talking should be the last thing on your mind. When you get understanding, then you speak. When you see what they say, then you talk. Right? Can you read?
And slow to wrath.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 20.
This is a key point.
Okay.
Brothers better be slow to wrath. Be slow before you just going nuts. Right? You don't want to, because look, this shows sometimes wrath is going to come. Sometimes you're going to have to be hard on some brothers and some sisters. Right? But you want to be one of the brothers that you get pushed on your last limb before you go off. I mean, because you ain't going to be going off. I'm saying you get pushed on your last limb before you go ham, or we don't say ham, but lamb, before you go lamb on them. Right? You want to get on your last, you look, you don't, all the wisdom you don't use, all the steps you don't took, right? And that's when you come at them. You don't want to be one of them brothers that just immediately they ain't rap. They tell, I don't know about being no Israelite. Well, you gonna be put to death, man. You ain't gonna make it. No, because he don't know he an Israelite. You want to be slow to wrath. Can you read?
Verse 20. James chapter 5, verse 20. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High.
A lot of times when you sitting there and you've been you going hard on people, you're not working the righteousness of the Most High. Now, like I said, it's a time to go hard on brothers. It's a time to get on them. But if you in that type of spirit, you what are you doing for the Most High? What are you adding unto him? Nothing. Right? So Khan, give me Job 33 and 33 per y'all.
Okay, come. This is Job chapter 33, verse 33. It says, if not, hearken unto me, hold thy peace.
Read that again.
And it says, hold thy peace.
Right, so you need to learn how to hold your peace. Hold your peace is being quiet. Right, can you read?
It says, and I shall teach thee wisdom.
Right, so you gotta, to be able to be taught wisdom, you gotta be quiet. You got to hold your peace and you will be taught wisdom, right? You'll be taught knowledge and understanding. I don't want to hear you double-minded. You know how to talk and listen at the same time, because I ain't seen a brother yet that know how to talk and listen at the same time, right? So you got to hold your peace and listen, right, to increase your understanding. Give me Proverbs 10 and 14. Y'all got Job 33, was that you?
Oh, yeah.
Give me that Job 33 out. We'll finish it. Is that it on that?
That's it on that.
Okay. Give me that Proverbs 10 and 14.
Proverbs chapter 10, verse 14.
Right?
Wise men lay up knowledge,
Right?
but the mouth of a foolish is near destruction.
I think we already brought that out, didn't we?
No.
We did. So the mouth of a foolish is near destruction. I thought probably y'all brought it out, but I think it was just similar. Right? So the mouth of a foolish is near destruction, man. Right? You right next to being destroyed if you speaking foolish things, man. So don't speak foolish things. Be on your P's and your Q's, as they say in the world.
I got one on that one.
Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 10, verse 11. The mouth of the righteous man is a well,
right,
of life, but violence cover the mouth of a wicked, of the wicked.
Yeah, man. You want to use wisdom when you speak. If you wicked, violence comes with being wicked, talking wicked, right? But a man of wisdom, he's going to be using those good words. He's going to be using those pleasant words to the people.
Verse 13.
Go ahead.
In the lips of him that has understanding, wisdom is found. But a rod is for the back of him that is vile of understanding.
Right. So look, is destruction coming to you if you don't? And how did the Lord just say you get understanding? By being quiet, holding your peace to get the understanding. If you one of them brothers that can't never get understanding, I guarantee you, I put my bottom dollar on it. You one of the brothers that don't listen, right? I put my bottom dollar on it. You don't listen. You know, you get bored when it ain't going on. When brothers ain't making a video about Esau, you don't listen. If brother ain't getting on Esau and telling them their judgment, you sort of, oh man, I don't want to watch this long video about going into things. I ain't got time for this, man. I want to see y'all getting on Esau, man. Some brothers told me for that, and it be the main brothers and sisters that don't know nothing about the Most High, right? Don't know nothing about how they should move, right? That was it on that.
Verse 20. The tongue of the just is as choice silver, but the heart of the wicked is little worth.
Yeah.
Verse 21. For the righteous feed many, but fools die from want of wisdom.
Right. That's right. Give me Proverbs 15:14. That's a good precept, right? Because fools, when they're going to die from want of wisdom because they don't listen, right? You're gonna die for want of wisdom, right? Proverbs 15:14.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 14. The heart of him that has understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of fools feedeth of foolishness.
Read that again.
The heart of him that has understanding seeketh knowledge.
Right. When you have understanding, you seek knowledge. Can you read?
But the mouth of fools.
But the mouth of a fool, can you read?
Feedeth on foolishness.
Right, because they love foolishness. That's why you see a lot of people that's fools. All they talk about is foolishness, man. They're not talking about wisdom because they don't listen to wisdom.
I want to hear it.
They want to hear foolishness. Well, where we going? Let's turn up. Then let's get to this party. Let's get to. Oh man, we got some. I got some blood in that car. You want to? They talk about foolishness, right? So, Khan, give me that Proverbs 18:6 part, y'all.
Okay, come.
And I think
This is Proverbs.
Yeah, bring it up.
Proverbs chapter 18, verse 6.
Right.
It says, "A fool's lips enter."
Salaki, brother brought that out. Salaki.
Okay.
Give me Proverbs 24:7. See if you brought that one out.
24:7.
Yeah.
All right, come. This is Proverbs chapter 24, verse 7. It says, "Wisdom is too high for a fool."
Read that again.
Wisdom is too high for a fool.
Wisdom is too high for a fool because he can't humble himself down and listen to wisdom, right? He can't take heed of it because he doesn't listen, right? Can you read?
It says he openeth not his mouth in the gate.
Right. That's it on that. So a fool, he can't really get wisdom because he's not listening. Let me get this precept real quick. Here we go.
Proverbs 16, verse 23. The heart of the wise teaches his mouth.
That's a good precept. Read that again.
The heart of the wise teaches his mouth, and added learning to his lips.
Right. So
pleasant. Let me finish on up.
Go ahead.
Pleasant words are as an honeycomb, sweet to the soul, and healthy to the bones.
Right. Man, that's self-explanatory.
And you know, man, in time like this, people need good words like these, man.
Right.
They need to find these words in the Bible and stick with them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about. Learning of the Most High, how He wants you to use that mouth, man.
Right.
It ain't for just foolishness, you know, but it's for learning wisdom. And who can we learn more wisdom than the Most High?
Right.
You know, that's why you got to stay in this book. You know, the book of knowledge, man, the book of wisdom. And he that get it has understanding, you know.
Right. Got a quick precept. This is Proverbs 25:11. It says, "A word fitly spoken is like apples of gold and pictures of silver." So you got to learn how to, when you do speak, you got to speak at the right time, right? It got to be fitly spoken, right? You want to speak on the right time that it just flows with it. It's in the spirit. Your spirit will tell you when to speak if you're moving off the right spirit. All right. You want to speak when it's time to speak.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 16, verse 13. Righteous lips are the delight of kings, and they love him that speaketh right.
All right.
That's pretty good. You know, king always like good words.
That's right.
And man, when you speak right words to somebody that in the rulership, because I learned it from example, they will always come to you and ask you what you think about it, because you don't give them wise word, you know. And you know the Lord put you in places like that for his wisdom.
That's right.
To give it out to them. Like, man, right there, he's pretty wise. Why? Because he's with the Lord. The Lord is with him.
Right.
Not because of me, because the Lord is with me. He give me these words. You know, I get them from this book.
That's right.
And when you give them to people in like kings, like it says now, man, they will always call you like he did Daniel. You remember Daniel? When the king called Daniel, Daniel spoke those wise words.
Right.
Man, the king made him the second ruler of this council. You know what I'm saying? Made him the governor, something like the governor, wasn't it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because of his wise word, the Lord gave him to speak.
That's right, man.
So you gotta listen, man, and like I say, be slow to speak.
So to speak, speak at the right time. I got another precept.
There you go.
This Proverbs 15 and 23. That's 100% right. A man have joy by the answer of his mouth, and a word spoken in due season. How good is it? So you gotta speak your words in due season, right? It's a time for when you to say things, man. It's a time to listen. You gotta speak. How good is it to people when you speak to them at the right time? You might say you see a brother and you want to bring out the word to him, and he's sitting there working hard as hell doing something. You don't want to bring the word out to him right now because he ain't gonna be listening.
Right.
You want to wait till the right time to bring out the word to him, right? So you gotta understand that it's levels in this thing, man. You gotta use your knowledge and your wisdom. So Khan, give me I want Proverbs 30 and 32. Proverbs 30 and 32. And then give me Sirach 20 and 20, Paya.
Proverbs 30 and 32.
Right?
If thou hast done foolishly in lifting up thyself,
right?
Or if thou hasn't thought evil, lay their hands upon their mouth.
Right. So this goes into when thoughts come up in your mind, when you're about to say things that you think you shouldn't say, lay your hand upon your mouth. Be quiet sometimes. Because a lot of times brothers go into it deeper and you won't have that thing to say anymore. Right? And then if it don't happen, you got a time to speak. Right? Give me that Sirach 20 and 20 out.
All right, come. This is Sirach, chapter 20, verse 20.
Right.
It says a wise sentence shall be rejoiced when it comes out. Huh?
Read that again up.
It says a wise sentence shall be rejoiced. Rejected when it cometh out of fool's mouth.
So even a wise sentence, right? You can say a wise sentence, but if it comes out of a fool's mouth, no one's gonna accept it, man. Because he's a fool, right? Keep reading.
It says, for he will not speak in due season.
Right, because he'll say something wise, but he won't say it at the right time, right? You gotta have the time to speak wisdom, right? The time to say things to the people. This goes into listening and speaking. You know, we gotta go back to the ABCs with Israel, right? We gotta go into these laws and we gotta give it to them because we gotta be retaught the way that we should live our life. Completely retaught, right? Because we're doing wickedness and we've been doing the ways of this world for way too long. Okay. So now we're coming back to what the Most High has to say. Give me Sirach 21 and 26. I think I'm gonna get one more precept, and y'all got something y'all add to it. Y'all can add to it. Sirach 21 and 26, by y'all. I think I already brought it out. So like it. Bring out Ecclesiastes 10 and 12. I think they're gonna be the last one. Mm-hmm. And I got Proverbs 1 and 22. Ecclesiastes 10 and 12, and then Proverbs 1 and 22, and we're going to end it out through the Spirit.
All right, come. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 12. The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious,
Right. So the word of a wise man's mouth is gracious. Can you read?
but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself.
The lips of a fool will swallow up himself. We see many times at camp where these Christians and other people that don't have no understanding, their own words confound them, right? Because they're not going sincerely off the word of the Most High. They have their own interpretation, their own thinking to the word. When the word is there for you and the word breaks down itself, right? Keep reading up.
It says, the beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness.
Right. So when a fool talking, even the very beginning of his words is straight foolishness. We don't see it with a lot of brothers, man. I'm telling you, we don't see it. When you're talking to a fool, the very beginning of what he's saying just be questionable. The very first word out of his mouth. Hey man, you seen them apples growing off that tree, man, over there, man? You're like, what? What are you talking about, huh? Right? Let's sit on that up. It's a little bit more
No,
than that.
it's more that says, in the end of his talk is mischievous
Mischievous madness.
mischievous madness.
Right, so the end of his talk is just madness. We don't listen to a couple brothers like that. I know the highways and byways. They're talking about an hour and nothing they said made any sense. The end of it, they end up talking about their grandmama or something. Just winging it. Right? My grandma said I had to go down. Look, brother, we're trying to teach you these commandments, brother. Right? Because the end of his talk is mischievous madness. But in order for a fool to acquire wisdom, he has to be quiet. Right? That's the beginning. You have to be quiet, just like we just read. A fool that holdeth his mouth, he counted wise. A fool that bees quiet, he's counted wise. That's the first step of wisdom for a fool. And say, well, let me listen to what these brothers got to say.
Well, I do.
Exactly. Right? Give me that Proverbs 1 and 22, and then we're going to end it out.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22.
Right?
How long, you simple ones, will you love simplicity?
Right?
And scorners delight in their scorning.
Right?
And fools hate knowledge.
Because this is part of the knowledge of the truth, brothers and sisters. This is part of the truth. You got to learn how to speak. You got to learn how to be quiet. Like we said, we got to take it back to the ABCs for Israel, right? Because we've been taught up in the world that you can just say whatever the hell you want to say it when you say it. You can just make up your things and say anything, and you've been taught not to respect people, man. But the Lord deals with respect, right? You got to respect your brethren. You got to respect your sisters. You got to respect each other. That's how it works. You got to respect each other. You got to allow each other to talk. You can't be the brother always talking and everyone else quiet, right? You got to allow people to have their input in. You got to allow people to talk and ask questions. You got to allow people to do that. That is critical, and they building up in this truth, right? So fools hate knowledge. So if you didn't like this hearing how to speak to your people, chances are you the fool that hates knowledge. Chances are you are the fool that speaks whenever you want to say it. Chances are that you that person that ain't gonna listen when no one tell you about when I should speak and when I should be quiet. I can see probably a couple of them now, right? So you want to make sure that you accept this knowledge. You being a wise man, a fool hates knowledge, but a wise man loves knowledge. He grabs knowledge. It's like, that's a good, I should change the way I talk, brother. Right? I should switch the way I talk to brothers. I should switch the way I do certain things. Right? I should switch the way I move because, like I said, the truth is deeper than stop eating pork. Right? You got to come back and you got to do these minuscule things, man. You got to start from the bottom up. And this is the way that we move as a people. Right? Or the righteous of us moved as a people. Right? But with that, hopefully brothers and sisters was edified through the spirit with the Flaming Fire Friday. With an end off, giving, of course, all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh. Shalom, Israel. Any questions, you can always post on a comment board, or you can always hit up the email if we're not able to get to your questions in the comment board. Hit up the email, flamingfireisrael@gmail.com, and we'll get back to you if it be the Lord's will So Shalom Israel once again.
Same thing to my
Inshallah. Hope brothers and sisters kept the fast, the nationwide fast. Some did 2 days, some did 1 day. Doesn't matter. We all came together as a people and we fasted for the Most High.
Mighty.
Yeah, so hopefully brothers and sisters did that, Lord willing, you in the right spirit to even understand these videos. Understand wisdom and take time and be patient to hear the word. Right? But Shalom Israel.
Same thing. Hold on. Same thing to my brothers and sisters on Facebook. About our YouTube channel, Flaming Fire of Israel. That's what that.com.
Yeah, no, it's Flaming Fire Israel.
Flaming Fire Israel.
Yeah,
YouTube. So don't forget, we're on YouTube too. We love you guys. And don't forget, you got any questions, hit us up. Don't be afraid. We'll try our best to answer them through the power of Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying, the Most High. And we'll directly answer it from the Bible.
Right.
See what thus said the Lord. Not thus said with us, but what thus said the Lord.
God.
So we love you guys and we appreciate you tuning in.
That's right.
May the Most High bless you and keep you and give you peace.
Right. It's all up to the Most High, man. All praises to the Most High. And Yahweh Barakatham. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Barakatham. Bless you too, brother. Shalom Israel.
Shalom Israel.
And Kwame Ashana. Till next time, willing.
Yeah, till next time, my Facebook friends, our Facebook friends.